Hello guys, welcome back. I had a lovely weekend guys, and today we are actually going to draw Spice the Rat guys. I probably need to change the stream title though. Let me quickly do that. Spice the Rat. We're doing a sketch guys, we're doing a sketch, and we're off of the cat stickers. We finished all the cat stickers, guys. As you guys know, last, was it Thursday? I think it was Thursday. Thursday last week, we finished the last of the cats, guys. So, we're done with the cats. No more cats. I'm gonna put a rat emoji on. There we go. Thank you so much for the follow, Vanderwife. Hello, thank you so much. Where the heck was I changing stream title from? Oh my gosh, I am so lost, guys. I am so lost. Where the heck was that? I swear I was just changing the stream title from somewhere and now it is entirely gone. That's all good. We'll change it from here. Guys, I know where I was doing it from. Okay. I was doing it from here. There we go. Spice the Rat. We need, instead of cat emoji, we need a rat emoji. There we go. Done. Is that changed, guys? Is the stream title changed now? So let's hope. Let's hope. No worries, Pensive. You go have a good rest of your sleep, I guess. Thank you so much for stopping by, though. I appreciate that. You love rats so much, so precious, but their lives are so short for such wonderful little affectionate creatures. Yeah, exactly, Pensive. I desperately want to have a pet rat, but I don't know if I can deal with, you know, losing my pet. You know, every 3 years pretty much. They only live 3 years. It's so short. It's the reason I keep parrots, because, you know, parrots live such a long time. At this point in my life, if I did get a parrot, it probably will outlive me. So, you know, I don't have to ever deal with losing my pet. But yeah, they live so short. And you know, the strangest thing to me as well is they live short, right? They live super short, but they're so smart. They're so smart. My goldfish live longer than rats do. And they're so much dumber. It's so strange. You had pet rats? Oh, Vanda, do you still have any? They go downhill very quickly. You had them multiple times and it broke you each time. But if you do get one, get two. Smart advice, Pensive, definitely. Especially if you lose one, you still have the other one to comfort you, and you're there to comfort that rat as well. How long do parrots live? Well, Zazu lives to be about 50 years old. But any of the larger parrots, they get to be, you know, they could be 80 years old, 90. Some of them live to about 90. So, yeah, I mean, if I got one of the, like if I got a macaw or if I got an African grey parrot at this point in my life, they would definitely outlive me. Definitely. So yeah. You don't have them anymore, you have pet real children now. That makes sense, Vanda. That makes sense. No worries, Pensive. You go have a good rest. You get some sleep. So, guys, as you guys know, we did the cats last week. We're done with the cats. I have to scan those cats and print on my watercolor paper, and then we're gonna make stickers out of them. So the cats are coming, but for now we're gonna do Spice the Rat. So I think it was 3 weeks ago. I was working on this drawing of Spice the Rat, and he's eating a cupcake. So we're gonna continue that drawing today. You have a parrot? What kind do you have, Ocean? What kind? So I'll show you guys. Here's our adorable Spice the Rat drawing, guys. This is what we're going to be working on today. Go. Try to do that. We'll do that. I'm running out of space here, guys. There we go. He's enjoying his cupcake. He's really enjoying his cupcake. Gende conures? Oh, they're beautiful. Conures are just so cuddly. She's on your monitor at the moment. Conure medium-sized parrot with orange head. Oh my gosh. He is cute, isn't he? He's nice and plump, well fed. Not a healthy weight for an actual rat, but let's just, you know, let's just not judge Spice's, you know, Spice's weight today. We're gonna focus on Spice's happiness today, okay? We're gonna leave out his eating disorder. Which he really has one. He really has one. Don't keep your pets as fat, guys. Do not do that. But it's cute. It's cute for the art. Hello, Jimmy. How are you? Welcome. Welcome. I wish I could be as happy as Spice is in this moment, guys. He's just like really cute. All right, we're gonna start focusing on more fur for Spice.
They're here.
Waltering, hello! Thank you so much. Guys, we just got raided by a Waltering. I don't think I have a mod on at the moment, so I'm going to have to handle this raid myself. Hang on, guys. Multitasking here. Multitasking. We'll do a shout out. There we go. See if both of those work. There we go, guys. Please go check out Waltering. How are you? Thank you so much for the raid again. You just got hit with ads. No. No. Hang on. Can I snooze? Can I snooze the rest of these ads? Guys, please go and check out Waltering. His artwork is super, super cool. I showed him off before, guys. But go check him out, guys. Give him a follow. It's a good old-fashioned raid that it is. Hello, Lauren. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Guys, please, Waltering, when you are out of ads, you can hear me. I'm not sure if you can hear me. But if you're out of ads, please drop a link to your Instagram and we can go have a look at your work. That'll be fantastic. You're new, you're an amateur artist? Lauren, that's amazing. What have you been enjoying drawing in your early arty days? Hello, Jim. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Welcome, guys. We're gonna get this little ratty drawn today, guys. His name is Spice the Rat. And Spice is really, really cute. Spice loves food, if you guys can't tell already. He really enjoys building up an appetite, guys. And today, he's snacking on a cupcake. He's indulging in this cupcake, guys. He looks super happy. I was actually drawing, guys. I was drawing till last night till 2 a.m. That's why I'm super late for stream, guys. I'm exhausted. Or, well, I slept in. I was exhausted. And then I slept in because, you know, I was incredibly busy last night drawing. And I actually drew a fairy, like a foresty fairy. I'll show you guys my fairy at the end of stream today. And I'll probably be posting her on Patreon later today. Patrons will get early access to see her as well. And then eventually I'll post her on Instagram as well, we'll see. But I really enjoyed drawing this fairy last night. I don't know why. I was just like really in the zone. my husband felt like really bad because he was working till like I think he was working till 1:30. Um and so he felt like really bad that he was working so late, and I was like, please, like, I just want to finish my drawing, don't you worry about it. You know. Yeah, super late night. We both had a really late night. You were discussing how to pronounce the name Nekaki. So it's Nekaki, but I just go by Neka for short. So Neka is fine. Oh guys, you know what's funny? So this morning, my brother actually sent me a picture, and he was like, you planted one of your earrings as a landmine in my room. And I was like, and he showed me a photo of this earring, and I could not recognize this earring, guys. I was teasing him that he had gotten a girlfriend and whatnot and hadn't told me about it. I just, for the life of me, I could not recognize this earring. But then, like, both of us were just so confused because I'm the only one who visits pretty much at our place who has piercings, right? So nobody else could have gone into his room, left an earring there. It was such a mystery, oh my goodness. And he started bending this piece of jewelry back in shape. Oh my gosh, it was one of the pieces of jewelry, a real gold piece of jewelry, guys, that I had lost ages ago, like before my wedding. And that's why it was so bent out of shape that I couldn't recognize it at all. But we finally solved the mystery, guys. We finally solved the mystery and we figured out what it was. Spiceless front teeth, yeah, I know. I love rat teeth. They're just so adorable, guys. So freaking adorable. Do you guys enjoy, like, if you can't sleep, have you guys ever tried drawing, like, late into the night? I seriously do wonder whether that's maybe some of our most creative times to draw. I don't know. I have a theory. Like, maybe next time, when you're, you know, when you're busy and you can't sleep, instead of scrolling through Instagram, maybe try to fit in a drawing and see what happens. Hello, Eddie, how are you? You're back now. Welcome back, Walter. I'm glad you like the drawing. If you want to, please drop a link to your Instagram or whatever you like. We'd love to see your work again. You have drawn late before? Did you feel like you were more in the zone, Ezzy, when you were drawing late at night? You draw mostly at night, mostly. You tend to be a night owl. Ocean. I like it. I'm definitely a night owl. It's been hard though. So my husband, I don't really know if he's a night owl or not. He's definitely not as much a night owl as I am. But he needs his sleep, guys. So, and because of work and stuff, he likes to go to bed early. So, I have drastically like changed my schedule since I got married. Because I was staying up, and it's for the best. It's for the best, really. Like I had an incredibly unhealthy schedule before I got married, where I would stay up like all the way, like right throughout the night. I'd stay up, and I wouldn't sleep till like 6 or 7 in the morning. I would go to bed. Oh my gosh, it was terrible, guys. So all that ended up happening was I would stay up like right throughout the night, and I would sleep till like 12 every day. And it wasn't a really great schedule because it meant that, you know, whenever my family had anything on, anything scheduled, or I had a doctor's appointment, or just pretty much anything that functions on a normal routine, it made it really hard for me to attend those things, so it wasn't a great idea. I really feel for people who have, like, a night job. I think that's really hard. Really hard. Guys, we have a link to Waltering's artwork. Let's go have a look. Let's go have a look, guys. Sorry, guys, for the double necker. Oh, gosh. I'm just gonna put this projector thingy on, guys. And here we go. Here we go. Guys, have a look. You guys can follow the links in the chat. Have a look at Waltering's artwork, guys. Beautiful, beautiful work, guys. That is amazing. Really, like, intense comic book style artwork. So awesome, guys. These are friggin' sick. Freaking sick. Did you remove, like, a bunch of your work, or why? Oh no, Instagram's just being funny. It's just Instagram, guys. But guys, look at all Waltering's artwork. This is intense, guys. I like this one so much. It's a rat riding a frog. I like his tail. Look at that rat's tail. Heck yeah. That is so cool. That is so cool, guys. I love it. Beautiful, guys. So please go and give Waltering a follow. Give the follows, guys. Let's support each other on Instagram, because it's hard enough as it is, guys. Hard enough as it is. Drawn Super Late. Ella Books, hello, how are you? Drawn Super Late and Super Early both can be pretty rewarding, honestly. Yeah, I can imagine. You started taking a sketchbook with you to work and draw in between. That's a great idea, Ezzy. I have 3 main sketchbooks, so I've actually got, this is my primary one. This is my, my paper blanks, my main paper blank sketchbook. And then I have I've got this one, also a paper blank sketchbook. This one's a flexi one, so you can bend this one. I actually used to journal in this one, but I end up enjoying drawing more than journaling, so I ripped out the journal papers and I started just sketching in that one. Much better use of it, to be honest. I'm not much of a writing person. So yeah, and I've then got like a really mini, I think it's the Paper Blanks Mini or Midi. No, I think it's the Mini. I think the Midi is a bit bigger. So I've got 3 different sketchbooks. The little one is about this big. It is so tiny, guys. Jimmy, hello! Jimitation. What a cool name. Hello, how are you? You used to draw well into 1 AM or later when you were younger, but now that you're in your 30s, you pass out by 12 AM. I'm in my 30s and I don't know. I haven't quite gone to that place yet where people, like, everyone always says that, oh, once you hit your 30s, you're not going to be able to, like, pull a late night anymore or anything like that. It hasn't happened to me yet. So, I don't know. I feel like I'm just one of those people. Honestly, when I get a full 8 hours of sleep, right, I function worse than when I have 6 hours sleep. I don't know why. I'm just one of those people, I guess, that doesn't need a lot of sleep. You do feel more in the zone at night? Yeah, I don't know. It's something about, I think, time stopping. that does that? I'm not sure. Not so much you being a night owl though, because your husband beats you. Really? You didn't know I check artwork out? What do you mean loan? As in show off people who read me? You figured I probably like that one with my art style. I definitely do, Walter. Is it okay if I call you Walter or Waltering? What do you normally go by? Ian, hello. How are you? Welcome. Happy Monday in the future from Sunday in the past. Yeah, so I had my Sunday yesterday. Today's my Monday. Rocky! Thank you so much! Oh my goodness, I don't know if I've cleared out the cemetery. I have not, guys. But let me do that right now. Too many tombstones in. It's not accurate, guys. We've only got Rocky in at the moment. So I'll leave this one in for Rocky. There we go. There we go, Rocky. You're the only one in there at the moment. Only one in! Also, it's pretty dark. Today's like a pretty overcast day, guys. Pretty overcast. Can't stay too long since you gotta go to work tomorrow, but since Neka is streaming, you gotta stay up because I'm an awesome human being. Aw, owl! Thank you! Appreciate that. Thank you so much. You are 57, you still pull all-nighters, but then you sleep all day. Well, Jimmy, see, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I know a lot of people that say, you know, they're in their 30s and suddenly they can't stay up past 8 o'clock, and I'm just like, I always dreaded that happening to me. I always thought like that would be the worst thing, not being able to stay awake anymore. Needing all this sleep, but I don't know. I think some people, like my husband, he's just one of those people. He needs a lot of sleep, and if he doesn't get it, he literally does not function. I don't know. I don't know why some people just need more than others. Or function worse on less sleep than others. But it's a thing. It really is a thing. And I don't think it's really got anything to do with age, because, you know, I've heard this from like a lot of people. My mum's one of those people as well. She does not need a lot of sleep. She'll still function the whole next day, even if she barely slept. So I must just get it from her, I guess. Same here. You're a night owl and can function off 4 hours. Yeah, Lauren. See, 4 hours to me, I'm fine. If I do, I feel like generally if I do 4 hours 2 nights in a row, that's when it starts getting to me. But one night doesn't really get to me. You're mostly just super tired from work 90% of the time, so you can't stay awake too long anymore because sometimes you find yourself dozing off during shift due to your body literally being that of an owl which sleeps during the day. Well, I'll see, like I think it definitely changes based on what you have to do for work. Like I know if I have a really intense day and there's like a lot I have to do, definitely I can't stay up as late anymore. I need sleep. So I think it really just depends, like, what do you do for work and how heavy of a day did you have? Call you any of those things. Most people call you Walt for short, but it's all good, no worries. You're in your 30s too. You can go to sleep really late and sleep only 3, 4, 5 hours, but at the third time. Yeah. Thank you, Owl. I appreciate that. Time traveling is too much fun to not mention when it comes up. Did you you didn't know I check other people's artwork on here. I gave a follow on Instagram to check out your artwork. You love my style. Oh, Lone. Thank you so much. Lone, so we actually also have an art challenge that we run every month. This month's art challenge is cats. So if you want to draw anything cat related, we actually show off everybody's drawing for that month, and we show off their Instagram page, or if you're working on a comic, whatever else you're doing, you just let us know. Master, hello, thank you so much for the follow. So yeah, we go into everybody's artwork for that month and show it off. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's a nice community thing that we do. And I think it's really helpful, especially because a lot of us have become regulars doing that drawing challenge together. So what we end up doing is we actually all follow each other as a group, and then it helps build the likes, and following each other just on social media is incredibly supportive as well. So because it's hard being an artist on social media, and getting your work out there. It's definitely not an easy thing. Thank you so much for the follow, Strawberry Tea Honey. I appreciate that. That sounds delicious. That sounds absolutely delicious. At the third day, you are death. I can relate, Jim. I can definitely relate. You might have said it before, but you love the gothic theme to my streams, and the little graveyard is the icing on the cake. Thank you, Owl. I appreciate that. I am definitely very much gothic at heart. My whole house is sort of like antique furniture. I like to dress kind of like, I'm from ancient gothic era. So I definitely have a huge interest in that sort of thing. I guess that's why I just sort of it comes in play in the characters that I draw. And so I try to sort of keep everything a bit of a theme here. Thank you, Bean. Hello. Thank you for the follow. When you were a teenager, you were super cocky and thought you'd have your own place and in your favorite university, and be in your favorite university by your 20s. You dropped out of college at 22 due to not affording it anymore, and currently work in a warehouse. I mean, there are many parts of life. I would not say, especially if you dropped out because of financial reasons and you didn't drop out because you were lazy. That has no comment on you as a person. It has no comment on you and your achievements, Money is something that obviously is a luxury. I am fortunate enough to live in Australia, where we actually get, it's called HECS. So basically the government pays anybody, so if you're a student, you can get HECS support, and the government basically pays all of your study fees. You do need to pay it back throughout your life when you do work, so it's not like it's free, but it's not like there's a deadline on it, right? So they don't charge you interest, so you don't have a loan. It's just, it does increase with inflation. So, but ultimately, you can pay it back for the rest of your life, which is a pretty good deal, and I think that's really amazing. that people in Australia are fortunate enough to have the opportunity to go to school, you know, go to university and get a degree. Because not everybody does. Not everybody has that chance. And I know when I was studying, there was a lot of international students. Some of my friends that you know I'm still friends with were international students, and they had to work part-time. They had to work part-time just to afford their education, and it's tough. It's really tough, you know. And the thing that I always looked down on the most was so we had a girl in my class, right? And she was from Brazil, and she got a job working at university cleaning our classroom. So after class, she had to vacuum, wash everything, clean the toilets, whatever, right? And she did that to be able to afford her arts education. And she worked so hard. And when I found out that she was cleaning the classrooms, I decided never again do I leave anything in class. Not a piece of paper, nothing. I'm going to leave everything as I found it. Because, you know, it's suddenly you realize, wow, my poor friend, after finishing her class, she has to come and clean this room that we just made a mess in. And it just broke my heart, you know, thinking about that. And at the same time, we had these students, right, in class, my fellow students. They did not care about learning. They would just sit there and joke. They wouldn't meet deadlines. They wouldn't do any work in their free time. They had no job. All they had to do was study, and they wasted that opportunity. And meanwhile, we have this girl cleaning classrooms just to be able to get an education. I looked down on them so much. I just thought, you know what? You are wasting that opportunity that was given to you to be able to study for free. Meanwhile, this girl deserves that opportunity, and she doesn't get to have it. It's so unfair, and it just infuriated me, honestly. You actually painted two of your cats today. Does that count? Yeah. Please post them in the Discord, Lone. If you did that, just post them in the Discord. Also post your Instagram page. Or if you have a link to anything else, like if you're working on a comic, or you have a DeviantArt page, whatever else you have that you want us to have a look at, please drop a link to that. If you have a YouTube channel, please drop that. Amari, hello, how are you? Definitely tough out there, especially these days, yeah. Thank you, Strawberry Tea Honey. Whereabouts are you from? I'm like the Australian goth version of Beatrix Potter. Thank you, Amari. I love Beatrix Potter. She's a huge inspiration to me. So that is an enormous compliment. I just wish the days of Beatrix Potter style illustration could have, you know, stayed popular into this day and age, because I think that was the peak of illustration. That was so beautiful. She made all these cool stories. All these cool stories about all these animals, and amazing drawings, such a cool style. Just absolutely lovable. Bashka, hello! If they ever do a remake of Beetlejuice, they should cast me as Lydia Dietz, the ultimate goth in the movie. That would be so cool. I would be honored. I don't think I'd be a really good actress though. I don't know. I think acting is so hard. You're laughing at younger you because the universe literally gave you a wake-up call and actually work hard to get those tasks. Yeah, it's honestly, like, we had a lot of students at my university that did not work hard at all. A lot of them didn't pay attention in class. I think the reason why is because I studied graphic design when I was at university, and I then specialized in illustration for my final year. And I think the reason why I encountered so much of this is a lot of the students that were enrolled in my course their parents were basically pushing them to get, you know, tertiary education. They weren't interested in and of themselves to get that education. It was more being pushed by their parents. So the parents probably said to them, you know, go get tertiary education. You got to pick something, just study. And they went and they picked what they thought was the easiest, most fun course, right? So they picked graphic design because it's creative, it seems fun, they don't think that they're going to have to work very hard. And that's quite the contrary, actually. In illustration and graphic design, you can, look, I mean, you can pass, I guess, if you want, but you're never going to get a job, you're never going to succeed. At the end of your course, you're never going to have a portfolio to show to employers, so you're going to end up with nothing. And if you haven't prepared yourself for the real world out there one day, you're never going to get a job. And that's the harsh reality of it that a lot of those students didn't realize. So pretty much half of them, and the teachers knew this, pretty much half of them, actually it was more like 80% actually. It was a lot that dropped out in the first year. And it was really interesting because our teachers, they actually treated us differently, like drastically differently from the first year of uni to the second year of uni. And it makes sense. The reason why is they know by now that so many students, pretty much over half, are going to drop out after the first year. Because they know they're not serious. They know they're not really there to learn. They're just there because they've been told to come to university, basically. And then they find out, oh, it's too much work, I have to meet these deadlines, I don't want to do it, and they all drop out. And then the second year, the teachers sit with all the students that actually want to be there, that want to work hard and are interested, and the whole thing changes. The whole environment changes. It's crazy. But it's look, it's like, it's a hard thing as well, because when you're at university, a lot of people, like, it's not everybody's fault for not, you know, wanting to be there. A lot of people don't know what, you know, a creative education is going to be like. I mean, for a lot of those students, they thought it's what they wanted to do, and then they found out it's actually not. You know, it's not what they thought the real employment world is going to be like. So they end up switching to a different course, or, I don't know, like just changing their mind entirely. I think that's very common with university students in just every course in general. You know, a lot of going to uni is about finding yourself and finding what it is that you want to actually do. It's very common for students to change what degree they actually go into, so I don't think it's always just about them being lazy. I think sometimes it's just about figuring out it's not what you want. You would love to see my artist rendition of The Spirit from DVD. You saw I did one of the nurse on my shop. Spirit. I think I know the one. It's, but which one? Which skin are you meaning? Because I think she's got, like, multiple skins. I think she's on my list and I want to do her, actually. I do have, I do definitely have Nurse. I love Nurse. She's, like, one of my favorite characters. So I'm guessing, are you meaning the default one? This one? Hang on, you can't even see. You can't even see. So this is the normal version of her. But I know that she's got some other skins as well. And she's definitely on my list. I want to do her so bad. Like, imagine having side by side a print of Nurse and a print of Spirit. Heck yeah. I actually haven't really played her much. I think she's really hard. You went to uni in the 90s studying computer science or Candel degree, parents helped, and you didn't move out. But you still work 25 hours a week in retail to get by. Yeah, Ian, honestly, that's tough. That is so tough. It's hard work. It's really hard work. Thanks, Neka. To be honest, you are not too broken up about it anymore. In fact, after a bit more research, he later found out the art university in question was basically a scam due to it being super expensive, just because of it supposedly being involved with film industries, and your current job is actually okay too, and that place is okay too, so current you is pretty chill and more stoic. That's a good way to go about it, Elle. And look, I'll say this, right? It's complicated where life leads you. Like, you could have, let's say you went and you had studied at that art university, right? I can tell you right now, 100%, I am not doing art because of university. University, actually, I studied graphic design and I was going to go into that full time. So it is definitely not the reason I went into this. And I think a lot of people, if they're interested in pursuing art, don't need a university degree to do it. You just need to practice. You need to get better. You need to post your work online. Be committed to it though, post regularly, and really like treat your art like a job. Do it regularly, in your free time, whenever. It might mean you gotta pick, you gotta leave gaming for a while, don't game as much, don't browse on social media as much. You might have to sacrifice other things that honestly aren't that important anyway. But at the end of the day, I don't think that it really limits you at all. Your brother studied and worked, you don't know how he did it. It was extenuating. Yeah. I was studying full time and I was already having a hard time meeting my deadlines. I look back now and I think, why did past me not organize her time better? I think we learn a lot along the way. I think if I went back to university now, I'd be a lot more organized and I probably wouldn't struggle as much meeting the deadlines, but that is partly because of what I've learned from working in the industry for a while now. So, it's hindsight is everything. What's the Discord name? So you should just be able to click on this link alone. There we go. And I think it's been updated. I don't know. It's not Sweet Tooth anymore, the current challenge. That is wrong. It's cats now. We already finished the Sweet Tooth one. We're on to cats now. But if you click that link, it should help you get to the right place. Tua, hello! Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, little corpse. Thank you so much, Blade. Welcome. You knew I would know her based off my style. You loved all her books when you were a kid. Amari, she's amazing. She's absolutely huge inspiration. I think the main reason I'm so drawn to Beatrix Potter is because she draws animals. I mean, my favorite thing to draw are animals. I have animals in almost all my artwork. So, and also I love the clothing. She obviously is from that era, and I'm really drawn to that era's clothing and fashion, so it's all the more reason. Also, Jemima Puddleduck just has the cutest outfit ever. The most important thing you've learned is to reframe what a meaningful life means to you. You will likely never own a home and will probably be doing your self-employed thing your whole life with no way to retire. But you found something that you find meaning in, that you can make money with, and your partner is a great person and you support and complement each other well. It's not a material plenty life, but you find fulfillment in it all the same with a bit of introspection and reorienting. Rocky, I think that's gold. And definitely I think the secret to being happy in life is understanding was really meaningful, and it's not material things. Not at all. Gribble! Thank you so much for the follow and the raid. Hang on, just the raid, not the follow. You already follow me. Here we go. Shout out to Squibble, guys. There we go. I have no mods today, so I'm doing this all myself, guys. Welcome, guys. Hello, everybody. Here's a clip from previous Squibble art, guys. Thank you so much for raiding. What did you guys do on the stream today? If you want to drop a link to Instagram or whatever it is you want to show off, please feel free. Also, we got palette cam here, guys. We have got a palette cam. I love palette cam. So, guys, welcome those of you who have just raided today. We are actually drawing Spice the Rat. We were doing cat stickers for about a whole week, but today we are drawing Spice the Rat. I am a Pop Surrealist artist illustrator. I do a little bit cute and creepy artwork, guys. People today have just said that I am the goth version of Beatrix Potter, apparently, which is a huge compliment, so made my day. But this is what we're working on, guys. We're doing Spice the Rat, and he's eating a cupcake, guys. That's a super old clip. It's all in color now. Oh my gosh. You saw the cute rat. I wanted to come say hi. Hello. Thank you so much, Squibble. I appreciate that. Do you have anything you would like to show us what you did on your stream? You love the ratty too? Oh, thank you. 41 to 42 Celsius outside at 9 p.m. Oh, that's a hot day. I would trade you though. It's freezing here and I don't like it. I got a heater like right next to me here in the studio because I'm too cold. Artifact, hello, how are you? You can take a pic to share, one take. No worries, you take your time. But yeah, Spice is one of my characters that I have drawn quite a few times now. He's part of the family, and he's quite plump, guys. He's not fat, he's just plump. Okay? Plump, not fat. And he loves food. I previously drew him eating a cookie, and today we are drawing him eating a cupcake. As you guys can tell. He's really enjoying munching on this cupcake of his. The little fritzies! I know, don't rats just have the cutest feet? They have the cutest ever feet, guys. So sweet. What happened to the music? You guys can still hear it. I can't. How come I can't, guys? What the heck? No music for the NECA! Oh gosh. Anyways, you guys got the music. Have I seen the painting the rats? No, I have not. Do you have a link? But it looks like you guys can still hear the music. Thank you for the music. You always forget that it's winter in Australia this time of the year. It's so cold. In Bogelman, it's freezing. You guys seem to be having a massive heat wave there in the States, though. Massive heat wave. Now it's going through my speakers. I don't think you guys hear the music anymore now. Loof, hello. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the follow. Oh my gosh. No music anymore? What is happening? This is weird. Let me see. Right. We'll give this a go. I reckon if I close the music app and I reopen, that'll fix it. Oh, I have a link, guys, to Scribbles. Scribbles artwork. Let me have a look. I'm just gonna see if I can get this music back up. We have music back! Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Alright. Look at this cute little moth, guys. It's so green. It's so cute. That is adorable. I have a Ko-fi, but accordion sketchbook pastel blue and pink. What are these? Hand marbled paper cover. A large accordion sketchbook with hand marbled cardstock covers. The accordion pages let you create a tiny square format sketch on one page and spread out the book and draw across several pages for a tiny landscape aspect ratio sketch. That's so cute. That's beautiful. I always love seeing what other artists have in their shops and stuff. Look at these bunny stickers. I paint what I want. I love the attitude. You can get like a whole sticker, guys. A sticker sheet of bunnies by Scribble. They're really cute. And ink. You can buy ink. Look at them. So many stickers. Attitude of the bunnies. A notebook. Notepad, guys. Look at the notepad. I sniff crayons. Oh gosh, crayons do smell so good. Guys, you guys should definitely go check out the Scribble shop. Look at the bunny and hydrangeas bookmark. This is beautiful. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. Please go check it out, guys. Check out Scribble's Ko-fi page. I have a Patreon. I don't have a Ko-fi. I got a Patreon, guys. This is my Patreon. And I share postcards. Every month I send you guys a different postcard with a little poem on the back. And occasionally I do send stickers as well. But I don't have a shop on there. I have my shop on my website. So I know that you can do a shop on Patreon as well. But I like having my things separate. But it's interesting to me, like I know a lot of I think for the most part, streamers generally tend to go for Ko-fi. And I've seen it like on Instagram, most artists actually have Patreon. It's so weird to me. I never know why. I never know why. Sadly, you might have to call it for tonight, since it's midnight. But yeah, thanks for this chill stream, Necker, and thanks for the advice and for sharing part of my story regarding my art journey and stuff like that. It was really inspiring. Well, thank you, Al. You have a good rest of your night if you're still here. Here's your pick. Let's have a look, guys. Oh, we already looked at that one. That was the Moffy. But that's the old one. Is that what you did today? Or is that from the colored version of the clip that we just watched? That's a really great looking horse. Thank you, Luv. Unfortunately, you must head off. You gotta teach in the morning. Have a good night. Oh, no worries, Twister Witch. Thank you so much for stopping by. You have a good rest of your night. Flying Pig. The Flying Pig is part of my exclusive story scribble. So I'm working on a book about a little witch and a pet piglet, her pet piglet called Poogie and Phoebe. And at the moment, I'm only sharing it on my Patreon until the book project is finished. So that could be a couple years, I don't know. At this rate, it's probably going to be a couple years. But yeah, so my patrons get to see all the progress, behind the scenes stuff of that book, because I don't post it to Instagram. And I actually just shared a speed process video, I think yesterday, Sunday. So I shared a speed video of me drawing one of the pages of my story on Patreon. And I'm about to share the actual drawing today. So there's lots of behind the scenes updates as well. I sometimes talk about, you know, part of my more serious running my art business side of things on my Patreon as well. Because I know a lot of people on my Patreon are serious artists. And they also, you know, appreciate sharing that kind of information and advice and whatnot. So I share a lot more on Patreon. It's just I think a better platform for that kind of thing and for more behind the scenes content. Because some stuff I guess I just don't feel as comfortable sharing with like my whole Instagram audience, but with like my smaller group of patrons, it just feels a little easier, I guess, to share some of those things. You're welcome, Scribble. You're welcome. So, if I had to ask you, Scribble, why did you choose Ko-fi over Patreon? You know where I want the rat painting? You can drop it in the chat, Sepple. Just drop it in the chat, it's fine. Talking about sleeping a moment ago, you have to leave because you want to read a little bit before sleeping. It was very nice to find my channel. Also interesting to hear Australian accent you're not used to. So you see me next time. Regards from Chile. Well, thank you, Chim. I hope we get to see you again soon. Thank you so much for stopping by. Do you think as Ko-fi has stream alert integrations and stuff? I think Patreon does too, Scribble. If someone I had it set up, I think I broke it. But definitely I do know that Patreon has that as well. But that makes sense. Maybe it's like more widely known about that Ko-fi has it. I don't know. That would make a lot of sense though. But I do know that Patreon has it because I did have mine set up. So if somebody, you know, pledged or just tipped or something, they would, it would show stream alert. I don't think it still does. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I broke it. So I have to look into that and fix it. Your browser sound messed up. You only had bits of what I said, but the moth is what you did today. The owl clip was from quite a few months ago. Okay, gotcha. You didn't, you have both. You wish that Ko-fi had been a bit more established. Most of the stuff is actually over on Patreon, but the Patreon shop doesn't allow you to have your own things. only merch they produce. That's not true anymore, Scribble. Patreon definitely allows you to upload any products you want. I'm pretty confident of that. I know they didn't used to have that, but they definitely added that now. So if Ko-fi had their shop earlier, you would have gone with them instead. You mean Patreon? I thought you were with Ko-fi. Mini paw painting by the rats. This is so cute! Sephiroth, this is so cute! Look, guys! Ratty paw paintings! Popcorn doing a work in progress. I love it! Where can I buy? I want to buy Popcorn's art. That is so cute. I want to have like print of the art with Popcorn right next to it. That'd be so cute. Heck yeah. Art by Rat. Art by Rat. Heck yeah. When you signed up with Ko-fi, it was because Patreon at the time did not have a shop option, so you decided to have your shop over on Ko-fi and just keep your Patreon posts over on Patreon. That's interesting, Scribble. So, because I know a lot of artists have said that same exact thing. My question is always just, why, if you wanted a shop, what, and everybody does it, so there must be a reason. If you wanted to shop, why did you open a Ko-fi account? Why didn't you rather just set up an Etsy store? You know? I'm curious, because everybody seems to have done that. Is there a reason, or is it because everybody's already on Ko-fi? You were using Shopify Shop, but the fees were too high. Yeah, but Etsy is real cheap. Etsy is real good. See, I actually left Etsy. Well, I haven't left Etsy. I'm about to leave Etsy because, well, one, pretty much most of the orders I get there, I would say 90%, are people that I bring to my own store. It's not people who Etsy's drawn to my store. And I'm already paying to keep my website online. I may as well pay to have my product on my own website shop as well. So that's one reason why I'm no longer gonna have my products on my Etsy store. It just doesn't make sense to pay two places when I am, you know, it's more management as well. I don't want to be managing two stores. I'm an artist, you know, I'm flat out as it is managing everything I have to manage. I definitely do not want to be managing a shop in two places. So that is the reason I'm not going to keep my Etsy. And the other thing is the listing fees. So as I said, I've already got my shop on my website. Why pay in two places? So I moved my shop about a month ago, I think, to my website, and I really like just how clean and everything is now. It's just so much better. So much better, more integrated. And I can now send you guys like custom emails. That's one of the things I really hate about Etsy. You know, you can't send your customers personalized emails. When I say that, you know, they don't receive, I don't know, one of my favorite things when I order from a store is I like to receive that thank you email. Usually it gives a little bit of personality about the artist or the store, whatever it is that you're ordering. And I really enjoy receiving a custom email. And then also like having all the branding with my logo and tracking. Danny, hello, thank you so much for the follow. So, yeah, that's another reason why I left, or am leaving Etsy. They don't like you have to manually copy your customers' email addresses in order to actually have them for, let's say, marketing purposes. Whereas, you know, basically when you've got your own website, it automatically adds that to your mailing list, which is huge, super helpful. Just lets people opt out when they want to. So it's all those kinds of things that makes Etsy, in my opinion, just a bit, I don't know, not that great. Limiting your access to your customers is huge. You would not touch Etsy with a 10-foot pole. Why is that? The fees are far too high on Etsy. We definitely recommend Ko-fi for just the shop alone. Okay, interesting. You've heard that Etsy pseudo steals from artists or creators, though through ridiculous fee structures and stuff mostly. Okay. Sounds like hard work. Yeah. Yeah, it's just too much. Too much to manage a shop in 2 places. Not for me. I want to be making art, not, you know, spending my whole day running a shop. Do I know who Lily Collins is? We are twins. I do. We actually have like a counter. I think it's like, oh my gosh, what is it? If my mods were here, they would know. Hang on. It's in my about panels. So I do know her. And I actually get that pretty much every week. We get that where I'm called. Someone says I am Lily Collins. It's so weird. There we go. There we go. It's just exclamation mark Lily Collins. There we go. There we go. Dover is here. Dover is here to save the day. But yeah. We've so far, since we had the counter. Thank you for the quack, Dover. Since we had the counter, we have had 23 cases of me being called Lily Collins. So yes. And when I go out in real life, I get it a lot. So I do know her. I actually really like her as a person. I think she's really cool. And she's an amazing actress. Even though I haven't watched too many of her movies. I watched a little bit of Emily in Paris. It's not exactly my thing though. I'm more into action and well, not really action, more into like horror movies. And so, you know, drama is not exactly my thing. We are twins. Yeah, actually have had an Etsy account since about 2013. They started going downhill. They used to be for handmade stuff only, but once the dropshippers were allowed, it became very difficult to stand out. There have been various policy changes over the years with higher and higher fees, so you said goodbye to them for quite a long time ago. So Scribble, that's a tricky thing, right, Scribble? And to some extent, I agree with you. I actually feel like Etsy should have stayed exclusively for handmade products and banned all dropshipping items. But here's where it gets tricky, right? So I'm an artist. I make these drawings, right? And then I can't personally stock a t-shirt in every size. There's just no way. If I want to offer t-shirts to my customers with my art prints on them, how am I going to do it other than through dropshipping? So I can't physically make each t-shirt. It would just be too much. So I do that by dropshipping. And that's a tricky thing where I think it was hard for Etsy to decide what to allow, what not to allow, right? Because do you ban an artist like me from using dropshipping because it's not handmade, even though I have made the art for the dropshipping? You know, it's my illustrations. Here's where it gets tricky. I feel like that should be allowed because it's still my art. I'm making individual unique items for those t-shirts. it's still very much in essence with what Etsy is about. But this is where it gets tricky. If you allow someone like me to do that, what's to stop some Chinese company from, you know, taking any graphic, any AI graphic or whatever else they can get their hands on, slapping that on some dropship t-shirts and selling those on Etsy? And that's where it got really corrupted. Because they allowed that, they opened the doors to all those companies doing that sort of thing, and I think it's just really terrible. You love art, but not gonna lie, you would never go spend money on it with your kind of budget. Has been like that for the last 10 years of study and likely will a few years more. You really love art and think it should be proper paid for, so until that's possible, no art buys from you. Etsy just really seems convoluted as well. You have heard there's a few fair bits of bugs in order. Yeah, definitely. I've heard a lot of people deal where they're totally, like my friends, some of my friends have been banned from Etsy for who knows what reason, they don't even know. Luckily, I have never had that happen to me the whole time I had been on Etsy. But the fees are probably the big reason I am leaving. You know, I can, on my current Squarespace website, my shop, I can put as many products on there as I want to. If they don't sell, they don't sell. I'm not spending more. I'm just spending the same amount for having that shop. I will say though, Dill, you can still support artists without spending a lot of money. You don't have to buy original art. You can buy prints. You can buy other things that artists sell, for example, their stickers, you know, other accessories that they sell without having, because I agree with you, selling original art to make it profitable, it's really expensive. And I don't feel like artists should go and lower their rates just to be able to have it be affordable for everybody. That wouldn't be fair to the artist. But, you know, I still feel like everybody should be able to support artists. Everyone should be able to have something from that artist in their home, and that's why I think prints are really good, and just, you know, other kinds of things that artists may come up with as well. Yeah, actually I've had an Etsy account since about 2013. Do I like anime? I do, Lone. It just kind of depends on the anime. I was really obsessed with anime in like my teens, and I actually started drawing in that style for a while. So yeah, I like it. I like it. I'm not really into any, like, watching any anime in particular though at the moment. I'd say I like the style. So I wouldn't call myself like a fan of anime, if that makes sense. What about horror action? I'd say yes, Seppel. There's a lot of artists who do that. You're talking about dropshippers that get stuff in bulk off AliExpress. Oh, Scribble, I have so much issue with that. And you're totally right, Scribble. So many artists actually get ripped off on Etsy now, and they used to have a really good policy to take off copyright artwork. They don't anymore. A lot of those dropshippers end up selling knockoff art of designs shipped in. You heard of one artist whose designs were knocked off by a dropshipper on Etsy, and they took her shop down because they said her items were the ones that were the counterfeit. Oh my gosh, that's just terrible. But the thing is, I mean, Scribble, whether or not you are on Etsy, you know, it's going to happen to you no matter what. Like, people can take my work that's on my website and do the same. So being on Etsy is irrelevant, but it's more just like how Etsy handles that. I would have just expected them to be a little bit more professional. You buy stickers and stuff to support the creator and your artist friends, and you would agree artists should not lower their rates. This is not a complaint, more a statement that, yeah, you're looking forward to be able to have a bit more art in the future. I agree, Dild. And I'm totally with you on that. So we actually bought a house last year, November, and repaying a house is insanely hard and expensive. And I always thought to myself, you know, like one day when I have a place of my own, I would be able to buy like all these prints and stuff and support all my favorite artists. But even prints are expensive. So far I have bought only a couple. I actually will feature the prints that I bought in this month's video as well, guys. I got really nice prints recently from an artist that I only just found a month ago, and absolutely love her work, and I hope to be able to buy from her again. But she was so sweet. She actually didn't ship to Australia, and I was such a fan of her work, especially like one particular painting that she had done. I bought a print of it, and it was a little bat drinking like some kind of, I don't know, some drink. And it was really cute. I love the colors. I just love how she did the little bat. And so I said to her, look, I am so devastated that you don't ship to Australia. I really need your artwork, please. I'm happy to pay the shipping, whatever it costs, just let me know. You know, what it's gonna be. And she actually just went and adjusted the shipping just for me for that one order, and so I was able to get it, and I was so happy. But that's one of the few that I've been able to buy this year, guys, and I've done some art trades with friends as well. Sino, hello, thank you so much for the follow. Because even prints can, you know, it adds up. It's not cheap. But yeah, I think the thing that bums me out the most is sometimes I want to buy art, like art prints from artists that I follow, and they don't have any prints. Like, I can't buy their work anywhere. I follow them on Instagram, and I know that they sell their work in like art galleries and stuff, but they don't sell prints. And I'm just like, well, I want a print. I literally cannot buy your work. There is no way. You don't have an online shop. I can't go visit the galleries you go to. I would like a print, you know. And I hate that. I really just hate that. You feel sad. Sadly, mostly artists undervalue their work or time. It's true, Tua. It's true. Look, it's hard. I think it's because, you know, artists are generally wholesome people who put a lot of love in the work that they do, and also really enjoy just giving their art to people. And so it's really, you know, artists get preyed on very easily, I think, because of just the nature of who we are. So I think that's part of why, you know, we're not your cold and calculated corporate kind of people. And I think that's probably why we tend to, you know, we're like, but I want people to be able to afford my prints. I want people to be able to afford this. And so I've actually had a lot of my friends tell me, you know, why do you offer this for that cheap? Why do you do this? Why do you do that? And I'm like, well, because how are people going to be able to get it otherwise? You know, it's hard. It's so hard trying to be a business at the same time as being an artist. To be fair, even a sticker can be $50 here due to shipping fees in Denmark. Oh, nothing is really cheap to get shipped here. That is so terrible, yeah. WDG, hello, thank you so much for the follow. It's the shipping is so hard, Dill. It's so hard. And I feel you on that, because like Australia, getting things shipped to my customers, it's so tricky, guys. I have tried left, right, and center to get cheaper shipping everywhere, and I don't know how. I'm doing my best that I can. It's really hard. But I think this is the thing that I always tell myself, like, sometimes, for example, and I agree with you, buying a sticker, you know, depending on who you buy from and where you ship it to, can cost you like $50. And it's a sticker. Who's going to buy it, right? But I tend to, when I buy from artists, I sort of try to do like a bulk order. So I'll order like 2 or 3 different prints. I'll order then the sticker that I want that I can't get because of shipping being too expensive. So I'll try to make like a wish list over like the course of the year, and then by the end of the year I'll place an order and everything's like all together. Worst thing Etsy did was their forced global shipping garbage. What is the global shipping garbage, Sephoros? Have I looked into getting a forwarding service in the US? What is that, Sephoros? Tell me about it. I'm Aussie, yeah. I'm Aussie. It's also, we have a special shipping tax in Denmark that's a minimum 25% of a flat cost, not of the item. So even if you buy a sticker for $5, it can end up costing 30 to 35 US dollars at least with shipping. That is so dumb. Why? Oh my gosh. You can basically not order anything online. That is so insane. It was, oh gosh, it was so tough. So I had pre-orders for my my large Drawloween prints. They're in my shop. And so these are massive prints, right, guys? They're pretty much like this big. And I had to ship these prints in these cones. So just cylindrical tubes. And I went to the post office. I was just ready to ship them all out to the 3 people that had ordered them. And for some reason, I could not ship them to one of my customers who was in Austria. And I said to the postal lady, like, why the heck not? Why can I not ship this to Austria? And she was like, oh, because they have like these extra rules and stuff, and you have to go through this and this and this special process online because we can't actually do it in the post office today. So I actually didn't have time to go set up a whole account to do this whole thing just to ship one order all the way to Austria. And normally my shipping on that kind of item would be around $27. It ended up, guys, it ended up being $50 to ship that one thing. $50 freaking dollars. I was just like, oh my goodness, that is insane. Yeah, I don't know. Etsy has you send it to a facility, then they ship larger totes to the country, and then they ship it there using various couriers. There are companies in the US where you have them collect your packages in the US and they send it all as one big shipment to save you dollars. Okay, I'll have a look into that, Sephoros. You basically don't. Yeah, I can imagine. There are companies in the, you bought scarves or clothes because you're sick. Or cloth because you're sick. The cloth was like 25 pounds. Ended up costing you $200 US for 2 cloths. Are you kidding? So you don't buy online often. Yeah, well, I can imagine. That is so frustrating. Do you think I'll ever change that? Do I ever wear my hair up? I do sometimes, Sephoros, but at the moment it's cold. It's really cold. So I try not to because my hair keeps me like nice and warm. But I do sometimes. There's like, if you go back, you'll see like a couple of streams where I do actually have my hair up. It does happen. It's a rare sight. It does happen. Doesn't surprise you one bit. Australia's a bit like the Scandinavian countries when it comes to shipping. Oh gosh. Rude, hello, thank you so much for the follow. we have a redeem. We actually have a redeem for Bert the farting hippo. So I'll just wait for the ads to pass. And then we'll bring little Bert up. Bring cute little Bert up. And there we go. There we go. All right. I'll bring little Bert up, guys. Here we go. Bert, guys, Bert, hang on, let me go to the big one. There we go. Bert is our cute little farming hippo mascot, guys. Look at him. He's super cute. Super cute. You guys ready for it? There we go. There we go. So cute. Bert is adorable. Bert is absolutely adorable. So cute. You can't associate Australia being cold. Trust me, it is. It's so freezing. We had like 1 degree Celsius the other night, and I had the heater on all night long. Also, our houses, they're built to keep the heat out, not in. So that doesn't help during winter. Maybe it would be worth relocating for my career. Are you meaning like me relocate all the way to America? Harry's head blanket. Exactly. Does not, Dover. Does not. Your brain's too small for Australia to have winter. You thought it was like the equator. It's cold. Aussies had you for a minute when they said we're going to change the currency to dollary dudes. What the heck? You love this cute little guy. Is he eating a walnut? He's eating a cupcake. A cupcake. A piece of cupcake. Do I ever do collab streams with other creatives? I have, Sino. I've done with Stuff by Sunshine. And I want to do some with a couple of my other artist friends as well. So, yes, I do. I do collab streams. Am I gonna add a background? I don't think so. I think it's gonna have like just like a watercolor kind of splash, probably. But it's kind of adorable. You love the color too. He's the goth hippo. Does he not make the fart sound on his own anymore? Like if I hug him? It just doesn't get picked up on stream, Dover. It is how he still works. He still does make the sound, but it doesn't get picked up on stream. So I just don't bother doing it because, yeah, you guys don't hear it. Only I hear it. Yeah, there's a little cupcake. Little cupcake like right next to him. I should collab with you sometime. I'd love that, Thinno. Do you do art streams, I'm guessing? I would totally love doing that. Just depends if our time zones will work out well. So that's the tricky part, generally. Getting, like, even for me and Sunshine, like, trying to find a time, because we did one when she was back in Melbourne. And, you know, my general stream time, her normal stream time, like it differs, so. Dill, thank you so much for the follow. The cupcake's kind of blocked by the face cam. Is it possible to zoom out a bit? Yeah, I could. Then we can't see the detail. You love New Zealand, spent a year in HS there in Green Bay. New Zealand is so beautiful. I would love to go there. You are a studio director, but trying to get back into the real creating. That's awesome. What kind of art do you make? Thank you so much, Streamlabs, for the warm welcome. We get it. You're so cute, guys. So freaking cute. Well, I've made a lot of progress on him. Definitely. I think we should also, I think maybe tomorrow we do another herbal spice or something. I'll have a look. And I also want to do some more work on my oil painting behind me. I haven't worked on that for a while now. Actually, guys, I had to completely reassess my whole schedule because I'm doing this, I got into a shop in Melbourne with my artwork and I'm now going to start selling my work there. So, you know, it's going to be a lot more to manage, but also it's really exciting because I am going to probably leave my graphic design work behind because of that. So that's super awesome, and I can't wait. But it does also mean, you know, I had to look into my whole schedule and reassess everything. Because I was sort of getting a bit burnt out every month by everything that I have to do. So hopefully now I'll have, you know, more time for everything. It just meant sort of like getting a bit realistic about when I can get what done and sort of, you know, pushing things aside a little bit. Because you definitely you can't get as much done as you think you can sometimes. Also, at the end of stream, I will show you guys, we probably need to start looking to cut the stream now anyway. I will show you guys the fairy that I drew last night till like 2:30 in the morning. I was up like super late last night, guys. I was drawing a fairy. I also posted the updated finished drawing, the video on Patreon for our exclusive story. So if you guys want to see that, please go check out Patreon, because I will be posting an update on that story every month moving forwards, and my patrons got to see a speed video of that one being done on Sunday, and I will post the finished drawing up on there today, hopefully. So, but yeah, I'll share the fairy drawing on Patreon. I'm not sure when I'll share it to Instagram, but I'll show you guys the drawing in a sec anyway. We'll have a look at alien weaponry. Thank you so much, Rocky. More work, but also potential big step up. Exactly, Rocky. So it's that is going to be quite, it's a lot of responsibility because I have to actually pay all the rent myself. So I have to pay my monthly rent at that shop. to have like a small section of their store every month, and yeah, hopefully I will sell enough to make a profit and not just make back my rent, because I'm also putting a lot of time into it. So there's that. But it's really exciting. It's a step into the right direction, hopefully, because I'm really over graphic design at this point, guys. So let's hope that that works out. I'm going to be spending a lot of time on it, so. You've been a portrait artist but currently pursuing a graphic illustration impressionism with some retro video game pixel patterns for shadow transitions. Okay, that's interesting. Drawing very early in the morning, easy. Very hype. Sneak peek, exactly. I'll do sneak peek quickly. Sneak peek. So we're done with Ratty for today. We're going to finish him later. It's going to stay safely in the sketchbook. Hopefully it doesn't run away from us. Don't run away, Spice. We've got to finish you. It's probably not going anywhere considering he's still got his whole cupcake. So this is my smaller sketchbook. As you guys can see, I love paper blanks. This is my A4 size sketchbook, and then I've got this one. This is the ultra size one. I was going to get this one in the horizontal size, but I was journaling in this one, and I just don't have time for journaling, and I'm not that into journaling anyway. So I decided to just rip out the couple of pages that I had used up, and it is now another sketchbook. It's pretty much what I do whenever I open a piece of paper. So these are my main two, and then I've got one that's about this big. It's a really tiny one. I pretty much take that one wherever I go. So I've always got a sketchbook with me. So this is the first drawing I did in this book, guys. You guys get to see the fairy I did last night. And I'll post a process video on Patreon tonight. I'll try to get around to posting it tonight. So if you guys are on Patreon, you get to see the process video on there. Otherwise, you have to wait for the vlog to come out at the end of the month. Laura, hello. Thank you so much for the follow. That's just a dandelion. It's so... This fairy is blowing. You guys can see blowing this dandelion. And I've added a little snaily as well. It's got to have a snaily. But yeah, I really enjoy drawing her. I love these like lily pad style plants. I've got some of these plants outside, and they are just taking over our whole garden. We actually didn't know for a while whether they would survive, but they did. So I really wanted to draw them, and so here we have it. The fairy blowing a dandelion. I'm going to call this drawing the fairy's wish. And I'm tossing up between doing this one as a watercolor painting or doing this one as an oil painting. So we'll see, guys. We'll see. Bye-bye, Ratty. Paper blanks are amazing. Hopefully he doesn't eat the whole cupcake before I can finish drawing him. Let's hope so. Or there might be a big hole in that piece of paper. How is something called Ultra smaller than A4? Don't ask me, Dover. Their names are a little bit confusing, to be honest. You are sad that the only cool books you can find that are like those are notebooks with lined pages. Rocky, try paper blanks. They have unlined ones, definitely. I also want to be offering actual notebooks in my store that don't have lined pages in them, because I feel like, yeah, a lot of you guys want to have, you know, unlined pages for drawing. The fairy is cute with the dandelions. Thank you, Ezzy. She passed very well, the best manner she could. Wait, what happened, Dild? That reminds you of your grandma sadly passed. She used to put small ceramic bowls of nectar out for the fairies every day, the butterflies. But she always used to try to convince you as a kid that fairies and elves was real. It was kind of cute. She was like, how do you know the butterflies aren't just disguised as fairies? That is so beautiful, Dill. If I make her into a print, you would buy it. Well, I am going to, as it's just going to take a while. And I have to decide what medium I want to use. Do I want to do an oil painting? Do I want to do a watercolor painting? And it really just depends what I feel will work best for what I'm envisioning with this drawing. So we'll see. You remember Thumbelina? You had a book on fairy tales like that as a kid. It's so cool. I love those stories. What was the brand name? It was Paper Blanks. I'll type it in the chat. Paper Blanks. So they have really, and I mean really, I'll show you guys the name. So, zoom all the way out. So this is my first Paper Blanks one, also A4 size. And this one opens with latches. So you've got these latches like so. And this is from a long time ago. You guys know this drawing, it's still in my store. I want to do this one, I want to color this one in. There's a lot of work in here that I haven't, you know, completed into like finished drawings just yet. They're just sketches. That was my first one. And then this is my second one. This one is sort of like a very gothic style, beautiful. I will say though, this does tend to happen. I'm not exactly sure why. It sort of rubs off on the back. So keep that in mind if that's a concern to you. It's not for me. There's a little bit of wear and tear on the edges, just so you guys get an idea. But overall, they're very sturdy. They last very well. They have, you know, wonderful pages, all nice and unlined. Some of them, like this one, the Paper Blanks books come with like a little pocket at the back. You guys can see that. A little pocket to store, I don't know, scraps of paper or inspiration. And they also come with this, you know, elastic band to hold them shut if you feel like you need it. I generally don't use it, but it's there. And then this is the ultra size. This one is the flexi one, so you can see this one bends, whereas those ones that I showed you guys before are not flexi, and so they don't bend. But yeah, Griffin, we had a Griffin. You love the ice dog drawing? I think that one's in my shop actually. You just looked them up, immediately bookmarked for future reference. Have I ever tried fluid acrylic? James Jean told you that's what he's using and you love his approach. I have not, no. If you are going to start doing art for yourself again, you need to get actual sketchbooks. Rocky, definitely do. Show me which one you get. That notebook looks sick. Thank you, Pesky. Does the paper take watercolor or gouache, or best for just pencil? It does actually take acrylic. There's one page in here. Definitely one page in here that has an acrylic sheet on it. I think it's somewhere in the start. I'm pretty confident it is this one and not. Hold on. There we go. This one is acrylic. I would not say that these take watercolor very well. You can try. I have done Copics on them. There's some Copics. Copics work great. I would not go with watercolor. The paper isn't very porous, so it's not intended for watercolor, but you can use acrylic on it. No problem with that. Takes very well to acrylic, as you can see. This is the other side of the page. Fantastic. No problem with acrylics. Sketchbooks aren't meant to stay pristine and pretty, so exactly. You wouldn't complain. Order store snacks with which to brave Faye models. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. I haven't tried stone paper, Sino, no. What's it like? Sold. That's everything you needed to hear. Well, I'm very happy to help. Because I often have like a lot of those questions when I'm buying my own, you know, sketchbooks, and I have nobody to answer it for me. And I feel like, especially with Paper Blanks, they're a brand that isn't as well known. So there's not actually a lot of information about them on YouTube. I should actually do a review. They have featured me in like one of their blog posts as well. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, basically they're really cool. They're my go-to, you know, sketchbook. My go-to sketchbooks, guys, and they're just like, they're to die for. They are so beautiful. I might just go grab the small one, and I can show you guys the size of the small one. So I'll leave these on here for you guys to like enjoy. I'll be right back and I'll go grab the small one. So this is the little small one that I take with me wherever I go. It is super mini, super tiny. So I generally buy myself one of these big ones every year. I go through one probably like in a year, I would say. And then I have this little small one, and I take this little tiny mini sketchbook with me wherever I go. So I always have, you know, something with me to jot down ideas when I get ideas. These are from like a really long time ago. This is not within a year. I don't go through this one like once a year, I would say. So this one's just sort of with me wherever I go. When I'm bored or don't want to be on social media, I have this one. So some of these were Drawloween sketches, I think. This one I actually redrew in this, I think this sketchbook or this one. I wanted to make her bigger because I really like the concept. So some of this is about concepting, getting those ideas out, and then actually rendering the ideas a bit bigger. Yeah, it's the eye candy one, Rocky. The eye candy one. But yeah. This one, I actually drew this one for Cannibal Snacks on my stream. I think we had like a redeem at some point for sketches, and this one I did for Sendo. Thank you for the follow, Pesky. So, yeah. I think this was like for a stream icon or something. I was making stream icons. And just some more sketches. More sketches. I really like this one. I want to do a mini oil painting out of this one. I don't know why. I just have that feeling that that will make a really cute oil painting. More ratties. Pinocchio. And yeah, that's what we're up to. So, I'm like not even halfway in this one. But it's really nice and small and portable. Just fits in like a handbag, and yeah. So I have got, I think this, hang on, I can check on the back what size. This is the mini format. So on the back you can see it says mini, 240 pages unlined, and it's the Nocturnal one. So, and it's also got a little pocket at the back. Hang on. It does have a pocket. There we go. Little pocket at the back. If you want to store something in there. So I've got this one is not from now. This one is A4 and it is the Knox one. As you can see, Knox. And my other big one. This one is Carmine. It's the Carmine one. So yeah. And this one's also an A4 size one. I don't know what they call it though. It's not A4. They call these the Grand format. And then, well, as we said, this is the mini size, and this one is Midnight Rebel Bold, and it's the Flex one, and it's in Ultra. So this is size Ultra, Grande, Mini. And I think you have a midi size, and I believe the midi size is like something like that. I'm not 100% sure, so comes in these 3 sizes if that helps. I find that helpful for reference. Baby sketchbook. Yeah, the mini one's really cute. The really small one. It's really small. Really teeny tiny. I think Scribble, gouache would definitely work on these. I would say. Do the Copics bleed through much? Not really. Hang on. This was done in colored pencils. I ripped the paper out because I wanted to scan it. So colored pencils work fantastic on these. I obviously don't like layer heavily. This is how the Copics bleed through, to give you an idea. It does definitely bleed through. So that is the Copics that I used, and that's how they bled through. It doesn't look as saturated because I actually drew over in graphite. But yeah, you get the idea. You love looking at my drawing from the sketchbooks. It's making you want to draw in your own. Definitely do. Definitely do. You have to look up the weight options for paper. So, I think these are 180 GSM. If I have to guess, that would be my guess. 180 GSM. But yeah. Thank you, Raka. That bleed through is worth it if you ask you. It's such an ethereal appearance on the back. Yeah, I mean, I don't really mind it. I tend to only draw on like one side anyway, so it's not a problem for me. That's good to know. Very helpful. Thank you. You can get these at your local art supply store, but they are kind of expensive. So it's nice to see if the mediums you use will work in them first. Exactly, Scribble. They are not cheap, but you know, if you compare them to like a Moleskine sketchbook or sketchbooks of similar quality, definitely is worth it because the paper is really good. I feel like they're pretty durable. Every sketchbook is going to get some wear and tear. You are using this every day. So it's natural to know that, you know, this sort of thing is going to happen. That to me, that just adds character. So yeah. And yeah, exactly, Tua. They're much nicer looking than Moleskine. You are paying, in my opinion, like a very similar price to Moleskine, if not cheaper. And I actually think, you know, it's nice because now I have a different looking sketchbook for every year or wherever I go. It's different, and I like having some variety rather than just a plain black sketchbook wherever I go that I have to just decorate with stickers. So I much prefer them, and I think the paper is fantastic. You can use acrylics on them. I would 100% say you can use gouache on them as long as you don't use the gouache watered down like watercolor. If you use your gouache, you know, thick like you use acrylics, then it would be totally fine. You can use colored pencils, you can use Copics, but I would not say you can use watercolor. I think the paper is just a bit smooth. It's not very porous, so I don't reckon you'll get a lot of, you know, I just don't think it'll seep into the paper. Some of the pages actually have like patterns on the sides, like this one, which is pretty cool. I think that's the only one I have that has, oh, this one has a decorated pattern on this side as well. So a lot of them do. And then we've got my current one. This one I had, I think, since 2022, end of 2022. So I've had this one now for 3 years. Pretty damn long time. But yeah, enough sketchbooks, guys. We are going to have to find somebody to raid today. Lots and lots of... I should do like a paper blanks review, guys. I really should. Alright. Where can we go? Where can we go, guys? But yeah, if you guys have any cool sketchbooks that you like to use, definitely like DM me. I'd love to have a look at them and try them out. Actually literally eyeing them up last week, so you might now seriously consider getting one. I would definitely do that, Scribble. Which one are you looking up getting? Oh my gosh, do I not have any internet, guys? What is going on? Oh my goodness. This is weird. This is really weird. I have no internet on my iPad. Or it's like... it is spazzing out, guys. I'm gonna just try it on here. A beautiful one like mine with the clasps, but it was in purple. Those are beautiful. I love the purple one. Okay, my entire Twitch app on my iPad is having a great time, guys. In fact, my whole iPad. I don't know what's going on, but it is unusable. Unusable right now, guys. Alright, so we can raid. How about we raid Never Again Land, guys? We don't often get to raid her. I think that would be a great place for us to go. Let's head on over to Never Again Land, guys. That would be fantastic. Alright, we'll do that. But before we go, guys, I have a Patreon account. So if you guys want to receive a monthly postcard from me, sometimes I send stickers or other kinds of things. I'm probably going to try, if I can, send some pins to you guys. I still have to figure out how shipping will work on that. But might send you guys some pins potentially. So yeah, if you guys are interested in getting some monthly goodies from me, Patreon is the place to go. I also share an exclusive story of these characters, Poogie and Phoebe, on my Patreon account. So it's a story about a little witch and her pet piglet and their journey of friendship. So last night I just shared the process video of me sketching one of the pages of Poogie and Phoebe. Every month you guys get to see the progress on that story, and also when I post a new update to the story, you guys get to read that as well. So eventually it'll be a book, and I will offer patrons a discount to that book once it's all done and finished. So if you are a patron and you want to be part of the process of that storybook, I would really appreciate the support, guys. You also get to see a lot of behind the scenes content from me on my Patreon. So if you are looking for more than Instagram provides, that is where to go. But if you want to actually have my art in your home, guys, I run my own shop on my website. You guys can buy my prints. I also added some candles recently, guys. Candles are now restocked. I know you guys wanted to buy some candles last week. They are now restocked, guys. So they will be shipping out very, very soon. And I also added a couple other things. The pens are not added to the shop just yet. I'll probably be adding those in a week or two. We'll see how we go. But yeah, at the moment we have 2 candles. I have not yet gotten around to adding the other 2 fragrances. So we have Abigail's Grave. I'll show you guys actually. Where did I? Actually, they're in the other room. I don't have them in here, guys. But I've got 2 fragrances, guys. We have Abigail's Grave and we have Mermaid Tears. So 2 fragrances, and I will be adding 2 more probably near the end of the week. So keep your eyes peeled if you want to have a look around for the other fragrances before these. You used to have a badass candelabra? Cuba, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate that. Let's get you buried. Right before end of stream, Cuba, thank you so much. Another little stream. In you go. Thank you. And then there were 2. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, and thank you Undead Knight for stopping by near the end of my stream. You really love my interpretation of Eleven from Stranger Things too. Oh, thank you. I am obsessed with 11. She is absolutely bitchin'. Absolutely bitchin'. You did, Kuba. You missed it, but I really appreciate that sub so much. And guys, we're back again tomorrow. So if you want to catch my next stream, please go check the schedule. I'm definitely going to be on tomorrow. I'll probably be drawing some herbs and spices, I reckon, because I think we'll let Little Spice sit around a little bit and digest his cupcake. But yeah, please go check the schedule, guys. We're about to raid. We're going to raid Never Again Land. So hold on to your hats, guys. Let's head on over. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.